it with us. I mean, my thing is if that mother, I mean, if he my man. So if he wanted people think that he's alive, then I'm gonna help him with that kind of. I've never seen him dead. I didn't go to no funeral. We didn't parade his body around the streets like everybody else. Like, I mean, if, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I really don't. I don't pay no attention to that shit. What? You probably do be seeing him, but his plan is working to fucking perfection. Nobody's gonna believe that's him after all this time. Everybody is gonna be paying attention to whatever they're paying attention to.
You think about it, right?
Right.
Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they didn't want to kill Tupac?
Because they're snitching to the police, so they ain't gonna get
arrested. Not just to snitch and be smart, son. Because Tupac not
I ain't
dead.
as smart as you should be.
Tupac not dead. If he was dead, they'd be arresting those dudes for. He was somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar.
Look at him, it's Tupac.
So what happens if
They have to put him in Tupac's body.
The time I seen him was at his home in Las Vegas, Nevada. Everybody thinks he faked his death. He's not dead. There was many things that happened and he got set up for a little bit.
Tupac got caught on TMZ in 2009 after he burnt his fingerprints off and everybody seen him, right? The LAPD went out and covered that shit up. Look it up on TMZ. Look it up. Go look it up yourself. Go look it up yourself. You think I'm scared of you? Let's go.
Is Tupac alive?
He's alive on my playlist.
All right. All right, we'll leave it there.
There you go.
At this point, I'm convinced Orlando Brown is just playing crazy just to get industry elite's attention from him. Because this man seems to know way more than he is supposed to. And the only thing stopping them from taking his life is the fact that everyone seems to think he's crazy. This comes after he went on a crazy rant on Instagram and exposed major receipts about Allie Carter being Tupac's daughter. Mind you, these weren't any regular degular receipts, y'all. The things this man put out literally reveal how Allie ended up being stolen and forced into CT, as well as proof that Tupac is alive and hiding out in another country. You'd better grab a chair and some popcorn for this one, because we are about to get into some thangs. Now, in case you've somehow not heard about Allie Carter possibly being Tupac's daughter, then girl, you are going to be gagging a lot when I tell you everything that's been going on. A lot of people were actually side-eyeing the entire situation because they couldn't understand how Allie could be Tupac's daughter and still go through the things she went through. The math just wasn't mathing for them. And honestly, I don't blame them, because it definitely didn't make sense to me either when I first heard about it. But it turns out a lot of folks in the industry knew about it and stayed silent, because they are scared that once people know she is Pac's daughter, it'll automatically validate what she's said about the industry. You see, the thing with Allie is that even before the Tupac stuff came out, she was already trending for a bunch of other things, specifically because of the things she exposed about the industry. So you can imagine everyone's shock when they also found out that the girl who's been blowing the whistle about all this was also Tupac's alleged long-lost daughter.
Ron Jeremy, Denzel Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Lady Gaga, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Joan Rivers, Rob Saget. Do you want me to keep going? You get pressured, attacked, stalked, and hunted down for your own information. You get abused and re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue a back and forth this week like that fucking mattered. Okay, you had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Homestead going back and forth, and nobody has even bothered. Not that I give a damn, and not that I understand that you guys are gonna be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth, and in that meantime, we lost our home. You don't believe me? Here you go. What once was a full house, we were still paying rent on our house. What we were doing this whole time was moving everything because our house is gone. Our house is gone. This is the speaking out. What was our beautiful 3-bedroom acre home on 21225 Standing Rock Avenue, because everybody has the address, because organizations that were attached to Marx, Sawyer, and many other organizations decided to put out the address, my license plate to one of my cars, and many other of my. So here you go. You can have it. right? Because this is what happens when you speak out. This is what happens when you tell all the truth. This is what happens when you decided to stand up for the children, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to do a seminar, and when you understand that survivors don't just get to just be and then show up somewhere and talk and monetize everything that they're saying. When you realize that that's bullshit, then you will understand. Look at the tactics and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm still not asking you for a damn thing but to wake up. I'm not asking you for a damn thing but just to get outside. I don't give a damn about money, numbers on my platforms. You can have all of it. You took everything. The only thing that I give a shit about right now is the fact that there is a baby in the way. There's babies in the way. There are people that I love that I can't get out of the way. What am I supposed to do when the people in the authority that you're supposed to go to, you can't go to them?
Now, what most people don't realize is that Allie isn't just another whistleblower. I mean, no shade to people like Jaguar Wright, but Allie actually lived through the things she talks about. She claims she was kidnapped from her mom and forced into CT for years. Some of the people she was with ended up losing their lives, and the few ones like herself who somehow made it out didn't come out the same way they went in. And I mean, who will? She saw people getting SA'd. She even got touched herself, and even witnessed some of them being used as sacrifices in rituals. Absolutely no one will be okay after years of experiencing something like that.
4-year-olds that people take pride in sticking bars of children. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people tie 2, 3, 4, 5-year-olds to horse stables and have horses and dogs with them, and then they get off on that. I don't think people are going to be able to stomach the fact that people hang upside down in satanic ritual meetings, and they literally hang them. Literally, by metal prongs, they hang them to get dripping out of them, and people go up under and like you're under a rainfall to take their blood.
And since the feds weren't taking the allegations she was making seriously, she decided to take matters into her own hands by filing an affidavit in which she didn't just expose the crimes that these elites were committing, she actually exposed some names. And yes, it included some of your faves like Birdman, Diddy, Denzel Washington, Young Jock, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. The affidavit read, "They are literally set on a table and had to wait for people to come choose them for acts. Once they were done having X, they were placed back on the party favor table, and someone else could then come and pick them out from the table and repeat the process. I had to sleep with so many people. Fetishes were happening everywhere, and they kind of separated them into areas. For instance, one of having X in red fluid was in one area, while one with animals was in another area. I had to sit on the party favor table and wait to be chosen, the way someone would choose a gift bag off the table at a birthday party. But get this, just when we thought things couldn't possibly get any worse, she popped out with the allegations about Tupac being her dad. According to Allie, the reason Tupac's family has refused to claim her as his daughter, even though she has proof that she's his daughter, is that it's going to show everyone that Tupac isn't actually as morally uptight as we've been brainwashed into thinking he is. Allie claims that when she was born, a shady nurse at the hospital was paid to swap her out with another baby. It's unclear why this nurse was allegedly paid to do this, but according to Allie, this is exactly how both she and her mama ended up losing contact with Tupac and his family. She also claimed that Tupac is alive and that she has receipts of it.
Tupac, you won't be able to hide from the public if I do, okay? Anybody that was in my biological family as surrogates, they know damn well what I'm talking about. And if something happens to this woman right here, that's the only person that I will ever consider. She is my mother. I know nothing else. So if somebody touch my mama, it won't be a Sandra Bland situation. You guys will be seeing us on t-shirts. And I'm down with that because we know where we're going. But if insurance releases insurance, you release everything. And I mean everything. If a song comes on of cleaning out my closet, everybody knows what that means. So I want to tell you now, I know a lot that I should not know. I haven't even got to the facilities. I haven't even got to things where things are buried. Why do I know cases that were in San Bernardino in 2005 when I was a child? So like I said, Tupac, you know what I'm talking about, and you won't even be able to hide from your own family.
But it gets even crazier because Orlando Brown also stepped into the chat recently amidst this entire Ali Carter and Tupac stuff. And he had some interesting things to say that indirectly confirmed whatever Ali has been saying. He defended what Ali said about Tupac being alive and hiding in a secret location by claiming that Tupac's soul was swapped and put into the body of another person. I know, it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Okay, so just for a little bit of context, on September 29th, 2023, Las Vegas police arrested Dwayne Keefe Davis for his alleged role in the 1996 drive-by murder of Tupac. Just days later, Orlando Brown appeared on Cam Capone News and immediately tied the arrest to his infamous body-soul swap theory. He basically said the police couldn't arrest Keefe for Pac's death because Keefe is Tupac. According to him, the reason the swap was even done in the first place is that it allowed Tupac to survive the while Keefe D assumed the identity to conceal the truth. He said the arrest was nothing but a staged distraction. But it gets worse. In a recent interview that he did just a couple of days ago, he doubled down on these allegations. But this time, he went from claiming that Keefe was Tupac to now claiming that Tupac is Drake. He said that this identity swap let Tupac continue thriving through Drake's massive career, while the public believed he died in 1996. And some of y'all remember, Ali did in fact say that Tupac isn't just alive, he is actively releasing music. But so far as we are concerned, Tupac hasn't released music in years, unless of course he was doing it through Drake, just like Orlando claims.
No, you have a time span for this. That's why Drake is on, but Pac is not. Tupac is Drake. I don't want to do this to y'all, but Tupac is Drake. Tupac is Drake, and you want to listen to the record and not listen to the record. Tupac is Drake. How can you sue a man that's not dead? He's been that brother, but don't nobody want to say that Tupac is Drake.
He's still making music. He's still collabing with other artists to this day. But the second time that I seen him was at his home in Las Vegas.
I'm not gonna lie. This conspiracy that Orlando was going on and on about still doesn't make sense to me to this day. But hey, he seems to be very sure of what he's saying. And knowing what we know about Hollywood now, we really can't put this craziness past them. In the meantime, people had their thoughts, like this person who said, "This poor woman went through hell and back and survived to tell her story, and people say she is lying. I don't understand these people. What does she get out of this? Nothing. This is why so many victims don't say anything, sadly." Another person said, "This is worse than heartbreaking. What Ali has endured is beyond sad. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Orlando Brown joining Ali to expose the truth behind her getting stolen from Tupac? And do you really believe he's alive? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.